Hi, welcome to Moral of the Story, episode uno. My name is Paola, but you can call me Paula or Paula for short. Not for short. Instead of saying Paola, because I know a lot of people can't say it, you can call me Paula or Paula. That's perfectly fine. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. So as you see by the title, I'm 35 years old and I still live at home with my parents. And essentially I wanted to create this channel to document what it's like still living at home, as an adult and discovering who you are as your own person. I think it's difficult because it's like, how can you discover who you are when you don't have that space really to discover who you are? I mean, I've never lived on my own. I've never lived with a boyfriend. I've never been married. I don't have kids. I have no experience when it comes to that, so I wanted to document this in case there's somebody else out there that's also in the same boat, because if you are, I know what you're going through. I know what it feels like. I know that sometimes you wake up and things feel hopeless, and some days are better than others, or some days are worse than others. So, and especially right now in this economy and this world that we live in, it's even harder to get your own place, to be your own person, without the influence of social media and everybody telling you you're supposed to have stuff figured out by now. And I honestly thought that by 35 I would have everything figured out. I did not ever think that I would still be here with my family. And it's funny because I've done everything that I can to isolate myself from from the public. And what I mean by that is, I've done everything that I can to make sure that I don't run into old friends or ex-boyfriends or just whoever used to know me in the past, because 99% of the time, those people have moved on with their lives. They've built a life for themselves. Literally everybody that I know is married, has kids, or if they're not married and have kids, they have their own place. They have and I know that appearances, that what you see on the outside isn't necessarily it's only a portion of that person's life, but it's still a significant portion, and so I've always compared myself to that. And the last thing I wanted was to run into somebody that I knew and they'd be like, "Oh, so how's it going? What have you been up to? Where do you live? Blah, blah." "Oh, yeah, no, I'm not married, no kids. I still live at home with my parents. That's pretty much about it." Oh, and I also gained 100 and whatever pounds, which is another story. But yeah, so I wanted to use this as a way to also talk about, yes, what it's like living with my parents, but then also share those moments of living with them still. Despite what I just said, I'm truly blessed to still have my parents around and to have a good relationship with them, and And we make everything work. We have like a team dynamic, and you know, and then I also have my brother. My brother, he still lives here with us, and he's 27. And he's one of my closest friends. So, you know, I feel like it's not all negative, it's also positive. And I want to share that with you guys. I want to share that with the world. Because not a lot of people get the opportunity to, you know, spend as much time as I do with my parents. Some people just don't want to, and I don't blame them. And I guess I'll talk about that. But another thing is, I also wanted to use this as kind of like a diary, like I guess like a vlog diary. I don't know. So yeah, like I said, I've pretty much tried to refrain from, you know, hanging out with people and meeting people and all that stuff. And so because of that, I'm kind of like isolated. I do have friends. I have friends. I mean, I have like a couple of friends, you know, like really close friends. And then I have like acquaintances, or I have people that like I'll see. But as far as like going out, like I don't, that's not something that I do. And so I want to share that. I don't know. A lot of it would probably be like me rambling and stuff, but maybe there's somebody that can relate. Yeah, and then another thing, I also have an autoimmune condition. Well, I have two. One of them is hidradenitis suppurativa, also known as HS. It's basically like these, I don't know, they're like these like boils that you'll get in areas of your body. They're very painful, and the thing is, like, if you drain them, they just come back up in the same area, and so that skin becomes like very tender and just like it hurt. It's horrible. I've only had one outbreak, so thankfully. But my main condition is lichen planus. And I have what's called vulvar lichen planus. So lichen planus in itself is basically like a condition that causes, I mean, it's an autoimmune condition, so essentially your body's attacking itself. But this condition, it basically causes like it can cause like excessive itching, redness, I don't even know what else. I'm just thinking about like what I've experienced. And so vulvar lichen planus is basically that, but it's in the vulvar area, you know, it's in your vaginal area. So there's not a lot of people that talk about this. And so it's something that I do want to share. It's super personal. Like, I don't even talk about this with, like, I don't talk about this with anybody. You know, but maybe by sharing, somebody will benefit from it. So that's stuff that I want to talk about too. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, a couple other things. So, I'm going to school right now. I'm currently in a master's program, studying applied data science. It's pretty cool, you know, if you like programming and data and stuff like that. I have two dogs. One of them is Rufy. We call her Pollo. And the other one is Bootsy. And she is the love of my life. I think I'll put pictures like up here. Completely the love of my life. I'll talk more about like how I got her and everything, because she has a special story. I also have a tortoise. I have some red slider turtles. I don't think I have pictures of them. And then we have a backyard pigeon. It's a long story. But I'll include a picture of her and her boo somewhere around here. And their babies. But I love animals. I always have. And if I could go back, I would have a career with working with animals. I don't now. Right now I work in insurance. And yeah, I'm going back to school because I want to try and use data to help animals in some way. I have ideas. I have a vision, I don't just picture myself living at home for the rest of my life, Ironically, though, say one day like this channel takes off, right? And I have millions of subscribers and I'm able to make a living off of this. If I could I would still live with my parents, except they would live with me. But I would buy a house, like a big enough house. And it's something that, like, I envision it. And I want to manifest it. I want this channel to be successful. And I want to be able to find the love of my life, and besides Bootsy, but you know what I mean, like a man. I want to get married. I don't even know if I want kids, but maybe I do want kids. I don't think I've ever found the right person to have that feeling with. So, and there's so many things I want to do, and so that kind of motivated me to jump on here and stop letting the superficial stuff hold me back from moving forward. At least trying, at least seeing if I can make any of this possible, you know what I mean? And yeah, like I imagine like buying like a big like a big farmhouse with a couple acres and animals and having my family there. Like, my mom works so hard, and my dad, he's on disability, so he can't work anymore. And we've always just done what we can to get by and everything. And that's honestly, that's one of the big reasons I still live with my parents. Like, I started working when I was 17 years old. I was still a junior in high school. And that's when my dad had a stroke. And so I started working to help my parents. And ever since then, I've been working and I've been helping my parents. And now more than ever, they're getting older. They're, I see how tough my mom works and how, like, yeah. And so if I just want to be able to take care of them one way or another. So, my mom just texted me $99.99. They're at Costco right now. I swear to Christ. What? Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. It's I don't know if you can see it. It's a lamppost at Costco. That's so badass. I love it. I'm over here talking crap. Yeah. Talking about my family sometimes brings me to tears. And you guys will meet them. You guys will love them. Actually, so my recordings are going to be on, I'm recording on like what is it? A 2004 Sony camcorder or something like that. I was recording on the VHS camcorders. It was the JVC one. It was super old school. I still have some footage I'm gonna upload. But it was just way too different. Like the one that I have, the quality isn't nearly as good. I'll still do both. I think. But I'm gonna do like mainly this one. So it still gives it like the old school feeling. That was kind of good. Lame, sorry. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching my channel, or thanks for watching my video. I'm telling you, I'm nervous. So when I'm nervous, I ramble. But thank you for watching my video. Thank you for, I hope you subscribe. Like, I really do. And it would mean a lot to me. And I promise you, like, my content, my channel will make you laugh, will make you probably cry with me. It'll make you happy. It'll put a smile on your face, you know. My parents are really, really cool. They're really, really good people. And, you know, I just hope you stay along for the ride. So, I really want to thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.